Hey everyone, and welcome. We're going to talk about something pretty incredible today. The idea that you can actively, tangibly improve your brain, not just for now, but for your entire life. We're diving deep into the work of Dr. Joyce Shaffer, who's laid out this amazing roadmap for hacking your brain's true potential. So let's just start with a question that, let's be honest, probably crosses all of our minds at some point. Is getting older just a one-way street of decline? You forget a few names, you can't find your keys. Is it all downhill from there? It's a really common fear, right? But what if the actual science tells a completely different and way more hopeful story? Well, the science says a huge, resounding no. And this right here is the big idea, the core concept from Dr. Shaffer's work that changes everything. Your brain, it's not some machine that's slowly breaking down. Think of it more like a piece of art, a masterpiece that's constantly in progress. And the best part, you're the artist. You're holding the paintbrush. So how on earth is that possible? Well, it all boils down to one word, a truly miraculous gift that every single one of us has, neuroplasticity. This is the science that flips the old script on aging on its head.
So what exactly is neuroplasticity? In simple terms, it's your brain's incredible capacity to rewire itself. Literally, it can forge new pathways, strengthen old ones, and reorganize its entire network based on what you do and what you experience. We're talking about physically changing the structure of your brain. It's amazing.
And look, this idea that our brain is an artwork in progress isn't just some feel-good saying. It is grounded in decades of hard science. The pioneering work was done by the incredible Dr. Marion Diamond, who's often called the mother of neuroplasticity. Her research was revolutionary because it was the first to show actual physical proof that our environment could change our brains. Okay, so the science is there, it's possible. But what does this look like in the real world with real people? Well, let's meet the living, breathing proof that this isn't just a theory. Let's talk about a group of people Dr. Shaffer calls the SuperAgers. So who are these amazing people? Get this, SuperAgers are folks in their 80s, 90s, even older, whose memories and thinking skills are just as sharp as people who are 20 or even 30 years younger. They are the ultimate proof of concept, showing us that a vibrant, active mind is absolutely possible for a whole lifetime. The very existence of SuperAgers just shatters what Dr. Shaffer calls the myth of cognitive decline. You see, she argues that what we think of as decline, like taking a bit longer to answer a question, might not be decline at all. It might just be your brain sifting through a lifetime's worth of accumulated knowledge. And what's really crucial is that brain scans show that these people can keep their hippocampus, that's the memory center of the brain, humming along like a 35-year-old's. So this is all just incredibly good news, right? It's so hopeful. But the big question is, how do we do it? How do we become the artist of our own brain? How do we get in on this neuroplasticity revolution? Well, lucky for us, Dr. Shaffer gives us a super clear, actionable framework to do just that. And here it is. It's a simple, brilliant, and easy-to-remember toolkit called All Lands. It stands for 5 key areas you can work on to build a healthier, more resilient brain. For this explainer, we're going to focus on the very first one, which might actually be the most surprising of them all. All right, let's start with L for love. Yeah, I know. When we think of brain health, we usually jump to things like Sudoku or jogging, right? But Dr. Shaffer makes a powerful case that love, touch, and real social connection, that's the true foundation. If you want to understand the raw biological power of this, you just have to hear the story of the rescuing hug. There were these 2 premature twins, each in their own incubator. One was doing okay, but the other one, she was failing. She was at risk of dying. As a last resort, a nurse put them in the same incubator. The stronger twin instinctively wrapped her arm around her sister, and almost immediately, the weaker twin's vital signs stabilized. She started to thrive. That's the power of simple, human touch. And this isn't just one heartwarming story. It is backed by hard science from Marion Diamond. In a famous experiment, she took rats from a stimulating, enriched environment and then had her lab assistants just hold them, talk to them. She called it TLC, for touch, love, and care. And the result? A staggering 50% increase in their lifespan. That's the human equivalent of living to be 90. Just wow. This all ties into this huge, important shift in science known as positive psychology. For a long time, the focus was on fixing what's broken. But positive psychology is all about building up what makes us thrive. things like friendship, gratitude, optimism, and love. And as Dr. Shaffer points out, these positive emotions don't just make you feel good, they can literally improve the physical health of your brain cells. So we end right back where we started. This gift of neuroplasticity is one of the most incredible things about being human. Your brain isn't some fixed thing defined by the date on your birth certificate. It is a living, breathing work of art, and the science is crystal clear. The choices you make every single day are your brushstrokes. So the only real question left is, what kind of masterpiece are you going to create?